Hi, I'm Michael Mowbray from MoLight, and if you own an X3 transmitter and are looking at or already have an 8600 Pro 2 or the 8200 Pro 2, or in the future, any other Godox flash that's introduced that has one-tap seamless syncing, then you need to update the firmware on your X3 transmitter. So there's a very specific process you need to follow, and I'm going to walk through that in this video. If you've already tried to update your X3 and maybe bricked it, or looks like you bricked it, I have a second video, and I'll put the link below, where you can reset that and get that to update the firmware and work how you need it to work. So either way, if you haven't updated it yet, please follow the process I'm going to show in this video. I also put a little text below that shows all the different steps. And then if you've already tried to do it and you messed it up, that's okay. I did the same thing. That's how I learned how to fix it. And there's a second video that shows you how to do that. So without further ado, here's how to update the firmware on your X3 transmitter. I'm going to walk you through the updating process for updating the firmware on the X3 transmitters. First thing you need to do is go to the Godox website, go under support, and you can find all the different software, firmware, all that kind of stuff that you need to download. The first thing you need is the latest version of the G3 firmware update software. Now, if you've done updating before, you may already have a copy of the G3. Make sure you've got the most recent copy. The most recent copy as of this recording is version 1.1. I tried to do this with an older copy, it was version 1, and it didn't work. So you need to have the most recent copy of G3. So it's going to be RAR compressed, so download that to your computer, whether it's Windows or Mac. Make sure you're choosing the right one. And if you got a Windows machine, choose Windows. If you got Mac, choose Mac, duh. And then unzip it, unrar it, whatever you want to call it, using whatever software you have to uncompress files such as that, and then you're going to want to start up that software, and that's going to look like what I see on screen here. Now, most of the time I have found that these come with all the Chinese characters on all the little menus. Easy fix. Come down to the lower left, do a pull down on that, and click on English, and now I've got English. The next thing you need to download is the actual firmware, and make sure you're getting the right firmware, because there's different firmware for the different models. So the X3 Canon is different from the X3 Nikon, which is different from the X3 Sony. So make sure you're getting the correct one, because otherwise you could brick your transmitter. Now, it can be reflash and you can save it, but let's not have to go through that process, okay? So make sure you find the right one. I'm updating an X3 Sony, so I'm going to go to Select File, and I'm going to go to my X3 Sony folder, and here I'm looking for the firmware, which is a .bin file on Windows. So I click on that, click on Open, and then now that is Open File Success in my Godox G3 firmware update software. So I'm set to go there. Next thing, take the USB-C cord that came with your X3. I recommend using the cord that came with your transmitter, because we know that works. If you're using a different USB-C, who knows if it's going to work or not, because sometimes those are just carrying power and won't carry data. So we know that the one that was packed with your X3 will charge and will carry data. So plug that into an open USB port on your computer. Make sure it's one that you know works and that there's power coming through. And then the next thing is, do not attach your X3 yet. You want to grab your X3 and you want to power it on. So I'm going to power it on, wait for it to get through the whole cycle, okay? Now I want to connect my cord. So I'm going to connect my USB-C cord into the bottom. Make sure you push it in all the way. You'll typically hear a little audio confirmation from your computer that something's been attached. Pull down from the top, and that's going to get us into this menu. You want to click on Setting. You want to scroll down to Device Info, and then you want to click on Update. Now, I've already updated this one. The most recent version I have is version 1.14, but I'm going to go through the process anyway. So when you click on Update on your transmitter, you're going to get this screen. Then you go back to your G3 software, and you click on Update. And you're going to wait for the little green bar to start going across the bottom. If you do not see device connected here and you haven't heard the little audio confirmations that something's been connected, you may need to try a different USB port, may need to retry the connection, but make sure that you've got the device connected before you go through the whole process of running through the firmware update, because that can cause issues as well, which I'll show you how to fix in a separate video. Just wait for it to finish. Update device success. Great. Don't do anything on this G3 software. You unplug your X3. It'll automatically power off. You want to power it back on. Make sure you press and hold that button for a little bit. It takes a few seconds. And then now we are all updated. And one way you can tell is if that group letter there has a little color, this one has A and it's red, that's the new firmware. That'll allow you to work with the 8600 Pro 2, the 8200 Pro 2, and the new features with those, and be able to have color groups. You know, A is different color than B and different color than C, which is kind of nice with the new LED screens that have color. So LCD screens, I should say. And so that's as simple as that. But you have to do it in the order that I described here. If you get out of order, you're going to get to the point where you're going to try to power this back on, and it won't turn on. You're just going to get a black screen. I will cover that in a separate video. You haven't bricked it. It doesn't work. Yeah, I guess you kind of have bricked it, but you haven't killed it. So I'll show you how you can go through a different process to reflash the firmware and get that back to working again. But again, follow the steps. I'll outline them in the description of the video as well. And I think I'll even give you a little PDF to download. And then that should be able to get you to updating your firmware so you can take advantage of all the new features that are compatible with the newest Godox flashes. Hopefully this helps.